Hey there, I'm CM Cage.
And I'm CM York, and we just wanted to give you a friendly reminder before we start our live stream.
That's right. During the live stream, we will actually be dropping in-stream rewards for you all to claim.
That's right. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the notification pop-up, like so, then click Claim Now.
That's right. After claiming the rewards, they will be instantly available within your in-game mailbox.
However, you gotta make sure that the Facebook account that you're currently watching on is also linked to your in-game account.
Yeah, makes sense. So enjoy the rewards and, of course, enjoy the stream.
See you later. Oh, and one more thing. If you're currently watching on a mobile device and you don't see the notifications, you might want to try switching over to a PC.
All right. I think we can remember that.
That's right. See ya.
Enjoy. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
We didn't see you there. I'm CM Cage.
and I'm CM York, and we just wanted to give you a friendly reminder before we start our live stream.
That's right. During the live stream, we will actually be dropping in-stream rewards for you all to claim.
That's right. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the notification pop-up, like so, then click Claim Now.
That's right. After claiming the rewards, they will be instantly available within your in-game mailbox.
However, you gotta make sure that the Facebook account that you're currently watching on is also linked to your in-game account.
Yeah, makes sense. So enjoy the rewards and, of course, enjoy the stream.
See you later. Oh, and one more thing. If you're currently watching on a mobile device and you don't see the notifications, you might want to try switching over to a PC.
All right. I think we can remember that.
That's right. See ya.
Enjoy. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
We didn't see you there. I'm CM Cage.
and I'm CM York, and we just wanted to give you a friendly reminder before we start our live stream.
That's right. During the live stream, we will actually be dropping in-stream rewards for you all to claim.
That's right. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the notification pop-up, like so, then click Claim Now.
That's right. After claiming the rewards, they will be instantly available within your in-game mailbox.
However, you gotta make sure that the Facebook account that you're currently watching on is also linked to your in-game account.
Yeah, makes sense. So enjoy the rewards and, of course, enjoy the stream.
See you later. Oh, and one more thing. If you're currently watching on a mobile device and you don't see the notifications, you might want to try switching over to a PC.
All right. I think we can remember that.
That's right. See ya.
Enjoy. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
We didn't see you there. I'm CM Cage.
and I'm CM York, and we just wanted to give you a friendly reminder before we start our live stream.
That's right. During the live stream, we will actually be dropping in-stream rewards for you all to claim.
That's right. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the notification pop-up, like so, then click Claim Now.
That's right. After claiming the rewards, they will be instantly available within your in-game mailbox.
However, you gotta make sure that the Facebook account that you're currently watching on is also linked to your in-game account.
Yeah, makes sense. So enjoy the rewards and, of course, enjoy the stream.
See you later. Oh, and one more thing. If you're currently watching on a mobile device and you don't see the notifications, you might want to try switching over to a PC.
All right. I think we can remember that.
That's right. See ya.
Enjoy. Oh, sorry.
Hey,
We didn't see you there. I'm CM Cage.
and I'm CM York, and we just wanted to give you a friendly reminder before we start our live stream.
That's right. During the live stream, we will actually be dropping in-stream rewards for you all to claim.
That's right. All you have to do is keep an eye out for the notification pop-up, like so, then click Claim Now.
That's right. After claiming the rewards, they will be instantly available within your in-game mailbox.
However, you gotta make sure that the Facebook account that you're currently watching on is also linked to your in-game account.
Yeah, makes sense. So enjoy the rewards and, of course, enjoy the stream.
See you later. Oh, and one
Hello,
more.
everyone, and welcome to the Marvel Future Fight V610 update stream. I am your host, Kim, and I am happy to be coming to you again from my living room because while we are staying productive, we are also staying safe and healthy. And I hope everyone out there is doing the same. We can help you along the way by providing you some fun game stuff, and we have an update chock full of it to show you today. We have an update that is based on the new Guardians of the Galaxy, which is awesome. If you want to learn more about Marvel's intergalactic storylines, you should definitely check it out. And if you like the Guardians of the Galaxy but want to see a slightly unexpected and cool take on it, I definitely recommend this run. So we have, as many of you have guessed, Beta Ray Bill, Phyla-Vell, Darkhawk, Nova, Richard Rider, and Gladiator. And we also have new uniforms for characters that you are already very familiar with. And that, of course, includes Star-Lord, as well as another uniform, Cosmic Ghost Rider, aka Punisher. So this is a Punisher uniform. Get excited because it is accurate to the storyline. All right, we also have something else coming, and that is the Epic Quest. There's a new Epic Quest for you. We're going to talk about it all, but I have one last surprise. There will be in-stream awards in this stream. The way you access them is to watch this live on Facebook with the Facebook account you already have connected to Marvel Future Fight. When the rewards pop up on the stream, they'll be somewhere on your screen, probably on the bottom. Be sure to click it before time runs out, and you can claim them in-game by going to your settings and Facebook rewards. And that is going to be happening. If you haven't set it up yet, do it now, because I am going to go get my friend Cage. But first, check out this video. All right. Hey, Cage, how's it going?
Hey, Kim, it's been a while. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back.
Glad to be back. Glad to be, of course, with the fans. You know, when you're here by yourself for so long, you know, things tend to get crazy. So just happy to have friends once again.
Today is actually a pretty special stream because we are being joined by a special guest, our old friend Cage. It's Michael Francisco from Marvel. Hey,
Hello,
Michael.
Marvel Future
Michael.
Fight community.
Yay.
How y'all doing? Happy to be here. This update is featuring some of my favorite comics, so I couldn't help but be on the stream today with Cage and Kim.
I wanted to see if you could kind of set the scene for everyone. Where are we jumping off of?
Right, so this is taking place, this Guardians of the Galaxy update, right after the aftermath of Infinity Wars. So if you remember there, Gamora became the being known as Requiem, and she got the power to actually kill Thanos once and for all. But Thanos, being as smart as he is, he always has a plan, even in death, right? So he has a sort of last will and testament at the beginning of this Guardians of the Galaxy story. And all of the heroes and villains from across the galaxy, all the baddies that you come to know and love, and the heroes that we come to follow across these Marvel stories, converge to hear his last will and testament. And it turns out that he has a plan to implant his consciousness into another living soul and essentially be reincarnated as Thanos once again. So it becomes this galaxy-wide scavenger hunt to find out who is actually going to be infected with Thanos' mind and become the new Thanos. And a lot of the heroes actually speculate that it's Gamora that Thanos is going to implant his consciousness in and take over her body, because he's been grooming her since birth to be the galaxy's greatest assassin, right? Then you have a faction that gets split up, basically the Dark Guardians and the Guardians of the Galaxy, two different teams that are either on the side of hunting Gamora down or saving her and preventing Thanos from taking over her body. We kind of have a schism in the group, and that's how you have eclectic characters coming together, like Beta Ray Bill, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Phyla-Vell, and so on and so forth that we'll find out in the update.
Well, let's fill out that so on and so forth. Cage, let's go through the characters.
Thanks, Kim. So as you mentioned, we just recently added the new Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're going to start off by seeing one of our newest members, which is, of course, Gladiator. So Michael, what can you tell us about Gladiator?
Gladiator is a member of the Imperial Guard that enforces the law across the entire Shi'ar Empire. Gladiator is actually a part of an alien race called the Strontians, and their power actually scales with their confidence. So they're more sure that their causes are just, and how confident they are in their abilities, the stronger they actually become. And Gladiator actually has a ton of powers. Of course, he has invulnerability, super speed, flight, super breath. He could freeze you with his ice breath, and then he can actually shoot heat vision from his eyeballs.
All right, so thanks for all that helpful info, Mike. Real quick before we get into the skills, not all the skills you see or hear about may actually be used in the final version of the build. when it goes live. So just keep that in mind. So things may change in between. So as far as Gladiator, we can see here the recommended tip for how to use him. The devs recommend him as a leader because when he's used as a leader, he provides a good significant buff for overall damage. And also when it comes to his third skill, which we will go into in just a moment, he provides an even greater buff. So let's go ahead and take a look at his skills in action. So the first skill you see here is the Imperial Blow. Here it's nice. You can see he rapidly strikes at the enemy and then fires lasers from his eyes. Really cool. Next is his second skill, which is the Superhuman Strike, where he soars, as you can see, he soars above the enemy and then stomps the ground with his right foot while gathering energy and then striking them again with his right fist.
He's just being rude.
All right, next is the third skill, which is the Frost Breath. So of course, as the name implies, you can see him, he takes a deep breath and then uses it to freeze his enemies. And he then finishes them off by pounding the ground with his fists to the frozen ground to deal even more damage. All right, next is his fourth skill, which is the Intense Glare. As you can see, he jumps straight into the air and fires lasers.
Ooh. That's a move I like to use on you, Cage.
Wow, okay.
That's a mean look.
All right, next is his fifth skill, which is the Judgment of Justice, where he actually kicks off the ground into the air and then jumps back onto the ground multiple times, dealing a multitude of damage.
Very nice.
Super cool.
Yep. And as far as the recommended skill rotation from the developers, the recommended skill rotation is skill 3, 5, 4, and 2. Once again, the recommended skill rotation is the third skill, fifth skill, fourth skill, and then second skill. The reason being is because they want you to lead with the third skill, because not only it also attracts enemies, but also because you can also link it with his fifth and fourth skills, which will make better use of the buff effects.
Let's move on, if we can, to Nova. Michael, what can you tell us about the Richard Rider version of Nova?
So a lot of Future Fight players might already know that Nova, a different one, is already in the game. That's Sam Alexander. This is the OG Nova, Richard Rider of the Nova Corps. So Richard Rider is part of the Nova Corps, which is an intergalactic police force. All of the powers are given to different races across the cosmos via the helmet. So just like Sam Alexander, when Nova puts on the helmet, he gets to access the Nova Force, which gives him access to shooting energy beams, flying at supersonic speeds, and basically he becomes what he likes to call a human rocket. And if we take a look at Sam Alexander, you can see that the Nova Corps actually has different ranks. So Nova, the Richard Rider version, actually is the highest rank of the Nova Corps, which is a Centurion. And you can see, based on the shape of the star on his helmet, it has more points on it. You'll see that Sam Alexander, he's more of a kind of a rookie Nova Corps user, so he's got less points on his helmet.
I see, like bars.
Right.
Yeah, Richard Rider has been a highly requested character amongst the community, so we're happy to have announced that he's actually going to be joining the team. Also, when we actually showed the other teasers earlier, when we first announced the Ghost Rider and Beta Ray Bill teaser, we actually noticed that many players actually caught that Nova Rider's helmet was actually at the bottom end of the teaser. So props to anybody who found it. And now, of course, we all know that he's part of the roster. So that said, special notes regarding the Richard Rider version of Nova in the game is that his third skill actually has the ability to strike enemies while they're in the ignore targeting state. In addition to that, he also, when he's added to the team, his passive allows players with the superhero stat to be granted a bigger buff. So as far as his skills, we're going to go straight into that. First up on the list is the Nova Blast. As you can see here, he actually strikes his enemies, and then that's a basic attack where he...
That looks more like a Nova Blast.
That's a Nova Blast right there. He just barrages the enemies with that attack. Next is his Lightspeed Strike.
Oh, nice.
You see he just, again, just basically at the speed of light, rushes through and deals multiple damages to his foes while with what looks like some after images.
Right, and you'll notice that Nova is actually one of the fastest light speed flyers in the Marvel Universe. So you can see every time he moves, you'll see after images of Nova because he's so fast you could barely comprehend where he is at any given moment.
Cool. I like how confused everyone looks.
And it's little tidbits like that, which we're sure that the Richard Rider fans will definitely love. So for his third skill, we have the Chain Explosion Smash. Why is it called Chain Explosion Smash? Well, it's pretty obvious. You can go ahead and see right here what he does.
Oh, it's a chain of explosion smash.
Next up is the fourth skill, which is the Nova Force Sphere.
Oh, that's kind of a tongue twister.
A Nova Force Sphere.
You gotta say that at least 5
Nova
times.
Force Sphere. Well, then it starts to sound like Nova Force Fear.
Take a look at this skill one more time. Again, he outreaches his arm and it causes the giant explosion to occur, creating a sphere-like explosion, hence, of course, hence the name.
Ooh.
Kind of like an exploding star.
And moving on, we have his fifth and final skill, which is the Supernova Crash. So as you can see here, what happens, he actually causes the enemies to gather together, and then after the Nova symbol appears, a giant explosion occurs as with most of his attacks, and then a rain of light just comes down and barrages his enemies.
I like that symbol. In case you're curious about who did this.
That's to know that you were just wiped by the Nova Corps. Deal with it.
Right. It's got that Centurion badge that he's showing everybody.
So the recommended skill rotation we have from the dev is actually 5, 4, and 3. Once again, the skills 5, 4, and 3. And the reason why they recommend it is because what these skills do, the fifth and fourth skills actually gather the enemies together. And of course, you mentioned earlier that the third skill actually is able to hit enemies who are in the ignore targeting state. So after you've gathered everyone together, anybody within the ignore targeting state, no one can escape. And again, going back to what you mentioned, Michael, I guess it has to do with he's one of the fastest characters out there. So it just goes to show that no one can escape.
Right. I think there's a part in the comics run too where they're trying to chase Nova because he might have information that the Dark Guardians want, and even Cosmic Ghost Rider, who rides a motorcycle, says, "Yeah, I can't catch him either."
If Cosmic Ghost Rider can't catch him, then it's like, all right, it's okay. I guess he's gone. All right. So moving on to another character, we have, of course, another character which is a fan favorite, which is Phyla-Vell. Now, Phyla-Vell has an interesting backstory. Michael, what can you tell us about that?
So Phyla-Vell, as intrepid Marvel Future Fight fans might recognize, is actually the daughter of the original Captain Marvel, Captain Mar-Vell. So hence the kind of -VELL in her name as well. And she is actually, think of her like a Kree super soldier. So she's cybernetically and genetically enhanced to be the ultimate warrior for the Kree. She's also half eternal as well. So that mix makes her just a complete unstoppable machine.
She's interesting.
So this is actually her new look from this new Guardians of the Galaxy run, where her powered up state kind of gives her this celestial galactic blue skin that you see here.
I love it. This is something I'm paying a lot of attention to for Marvel's future.
Thanks, Michael. So for players wanting to know more about Phyla-Vell, devs recommend using Phyla-Vell because also by having her on your team, your universal characters will also be given further buff. And as far as your skills, let's dive into it. For skill number 1, we have the Slash and Bash. So of course, as the name implies, she bashes in and then just slashes at the enemies.
That is an enormous sword.
Clean and simple.
What can you tell us about her sword?
So that sword is actually the Quantum Sword, and that can channel a bunch of quantum energy with each swing. So each slash she does unleashes this wave of energy that none of these Ultron bots can stand a chance.
Well, that's cool.
For skill 2, we have the Quantum Whirlwind.
Cool.
Right, I guess she channels the energy of the sword and then uses it to create a whirlwind-like slash, which as you can see actually causes the enemies to gather together.
You hear the word quantum, you should just be wary about what's going to happen.
For her third skill, we have the Justice Lariat. See, she uses her sword to thrust into the enemy, and then does more damage by causing more energy to just erupt. So what she does, she goes in between, and then anybody, even if she misses you, doesn't matter. That quantum energy blast will just take you with it.
Yeah, it's just like a tornado of quantum energy.
Look out.
A lot of quantum being tossed around.
She actually used to wield the quantum band, so that's a reference to her past powers where she had those gauntlets with her.
All right, let's move on to the next skill.
That's right. So for her next skill, we have the energy eruption. Similar to her other skills, of course, it has to do with a lot of energy. But what makes this one different is that she actually jumps up into the air and then throws the sword into the ground. And again, there's no escape from the quantum energy.
It kind of looks like a volcano. I know it's not, but
Yes, of course, she throws it in the ground, causing an eruption of energy to occur, making everybody around her regret even wanting to face her.
Right, it's as much damage as a volcano for sure. Maybe more.
And next is, of course, our favorite word we like to use. For the 5th skill, we have the Quantum Blade Blast. Let's take a look at what it does.
yeah, go quantum.
So what I personally kind of like about it is just before she barrages the enemy with a blast of energy, she actually raises her sword in the air, gathers the energy that she needs, and then completely just eviscerates everyone in her path. Like basically everyone you can see. I don't think anyone's standing after that. And next, of course, we have everyone's favorite recommended dev skill rotation. So on our list, we have skills 2, 4, and 5. Those skills being, of course, the Quantum Whirlwind, Energy Eruption, and lastly, of course, the Quantum Blade Blast. The reason being is because they want you to be able to use skills 4 and 5 to be able to obtain like a buff effect. And then what you can do, it also increases the damage and effectiveness of the second skill, which will just basically wipe everything.
Great.
So
Before we move on, I do want to say that if you are hoping to collect in-stream rewards, you can do that by watching this very stream on Facebook live with the Facebook you have already attached to your Marvel Future Fight game. Then you can just collect the different rewards as they pop up on the bottom, claim them before time runs out, and then you should be able to find them in your game by going to your settings and then Facebook rewards. All right, Cage, take us to the next one.
Thanks, Kim. So next up is a character not many people actually know about. So Michael, what can you tell us about Darkhawk?
So Darkhawk is actually a police officer named Christopher Powell, and when he was a young kid, he found a mystical amulet that allowed him to control the powerful Darkhawk armor, which is actually a cybernetic alien android from the Shi'ar Empire. So it actually has advanced Shi'ar magic and science combined into the suit and can transform into different weaponry. And now, when Chris was a kid, he realized that the man he looked up to, his dad, was actually a crooked cop. When he found the amulet, he swore to use the armor for good and for justice.
So Darkhawk, I wonder, does he have any Shi'ar connection with Gladiator?
So Darkhawk and Gladiator are actually part of the Shi'ar Empire, and the Shi'ar Empire has millions of worlds within its intergalactic reach.
Oh.
So they have a vague connection, but they're not from the same race. Like Darkhawk is a human from Earth, not a Strontian like Gladiator.
So really, I've asked you, like, do you know any other Americans? You know, there's a lot. Fair enough. All right, but he does seem to know Richard Rider. Maybe there's a police connection.
Right. Well, I mean, the Darkhawk and Richard Rider they kind of are cut from the same cloth. They have a huge sense of justice, and they're both kind of sort of part of an intergalactic police force as well. And they fought together on a number of different occasions across the galaxy because they're both galactic heroes that stop threats across the cosmos. Most notably, they fought together in the Annihilation storyline. Fans will remember that.
All right, so now we know what he's about. I want to know what Darkhawk can do.
All right. So according to the devs, they recommend as far as how to use him is that they want you to make special use of his third skill. In addition to gaining a buff that increases your abilities, it also grants you a recovery effect. So if you want some last minute HP, skill number 3 is where to go. So as far as what the skills actually are, let's take a look. All right, so we're all set to go with Darkhawk. So first skill on the list is the Raptor Slash.
He's like a jumbo scary bird, just like a raptor.
Got it. Dumb method of Darkhawk. The second skill is actually called the Shi'ar Strike. So for the Shi'ar Strike, what you see he actually does, he flies around the enemies, and then after that, he just comes straight down and delivers an energy-like blow. For skill number 3, we have the Amulet Explosion. Of course, as you mentioned, the amulet is what is a very significant part of Darkhawk's uniform because that allows him to actually, of course, transform into the alien entity. That's right. He summons all the energy. In fact, you can see the energy emitting from the amulet.
Oh, nice. It's almost like a transformation sequence.
4th skill, I wonder what actually happens. Of course, it's called the Spinning Wing Slice. So what he does, of course, he spins around through the enemies, and of course slices the enemies as he alternates in between all of them.
Nice, nice.
Kind of does a strafing run too, dropping bombs while he's spinning around.
So next up is his 5th skill, which is the Darkhawk Beam. Michael, what can you tell us about the Darkhawk Beam?
So the Darkhawk Beam is all the concentrated Shi'ar energy that's built up in his amulet, and he just unleashes it. Basically, imagine he's unleashing his power source in one collective attack.
Okay, so the energy is so similar to the amulet explosion. An abundance of energy is being sucked into the amulet, and then he's emitting it from his eyes. Is that from his eyes or from the amulet?
It's from his chest.
I think his visor is just lighting up,
I
but
think
it's
you're right.
coming out of his
That's
chest.
what it is.
Yeah. So you can think of it as Darkhawk's galactic version of Iron Man's Unibeam.
Okay. All right, so as far as the recommended dev skill rotation, the skills we have on the list is skills 3, 2, 5, and 4. So once again, the skills are 3, 2, 5, and 4. The reason being is because they want you to actually start off his skill rotation by using the 3rd skill by getting that buff and of course the healing effect. In addition to that, you can use skills 5 and 4 to actually track the enemies so that once the enemies are all gathered in, you can finish them off with the 2nd skill, which of course was the Shi'ar Strike.
Very good. So this next character we're going to move into was one I was really excited about. So when we were planning how we were going to tease everything, I was like, use him for everything. So here we are. Let's talk about Beta Ray Bill. So Michael, Beta Ray Bill has a very unique look. Can you explain it?
That's a good question. Can I explain the long face that Beta Ray Bill has?
Yes.
So Beta Ray Bill is actually an alien from the Corbinite race. And they're actually, basically they're a set of refugees because the classic Thor villain Surtur destroyed their home galaxy. And Beta Ray Bill was the one sole selected among his people to lead them to a new planet so they can live on while everybody was in stasis. So imagine Beta Ray Bill on his ship called the Scuttlebutt, and it houses everybody that has survived from Surtur's attack, and he's the only one defending all of his people while they rest in cryostasis. And there's an interesting story here where Thor comes across Beta Ray Bill's ship, mistakes him for an enemy, and attacks Beta Ray Bill, but he doesn't know Beta Ray Bill is actually a very good guy. And in the course of battle, Beta Ray Bill grabs Thor's hammer Mjolnir, and he's able to pick it up, which shocks Thor. And Beta Ray Bill beats Thor in combat, but spares his life because in his heart of hearts, he's actually a hero. This impresses Odin, especially since Beta Ray Bill is defending his people against Odin's enemy Surtur, and so Odin crafts him his own hammer called Stormbreaker.
Oh,
Right? Another Stormbreaker.
we all know that word.
So, ever since, Beta Ray Bill has been a valuable ally to the Asgardians, serving as a hero across the galaxy and living up to the fact that he is worthy enough to pick up the hammer.
Very good. So Cage, let's look at his worth.
Well, he's definitely worthy. And according to the developers, one thing that makes him worthy is that by having him on your team, his passive allows any characters with the any lightning users on your team to actually receive an improved buff. So if you're a fan of lightning users, he's definitely the person to have on your team. So with that said, as far as his skills, let's dive right in. Skill number 1 on the list is Groundbreaker. So as you can see, he takes Stormbreaker and he actually wields it in the air a couple times before slamming it down on the ground.
Breaking storms, he's breaking the ground. What doesn't he break?
Groundbreaking.
Skill number 2 is the Thunderbolt Swing. So Thunderbolt Strike, it's the Thunderbolt Swing, as you see, he swings it around the air, then uses the lightning attack to eviscerate anybody within the vicinity.
Ooh. like that electricity.
For skill number 3, it's called the Hammer Storm. Why is it called Hammer Storm? Well, as you can see, he uses strike the enemy multiple times before hitting them once more with an almighty swing.
Yeah.
So for skill number 4, we have the Stormbreaker Strike. So as you can see with the Stormbreaker Strike, he jumps into the ground once, and then if you weren't able to be taken down with the first strike, he'll hit it again, but with an incredible amount of lightning force.
Nice.
For skill number 5, we have the Beta Ray Storm. So in the Beta Ray Strike, you can see he swings the hammer around, and as he swings the hammer around, lightning actually is occurring all around him, and which actually, as you can see, slowly binds all the enemies together. And then just as that happens, he then electrocutes everyone around.
Just like Thor, he has control over storms.
Yeah.
Cool. But that's not all, is it?
You can see on the screen there, he actually does have a 6th skill. And that is because Beta Ray Bill actually has an awakened skill.
Ooh, awakening skill.
Yeah, wake him up.
So his awakening skill is called the Might of Uru. Michael, what can you tell us about Uru?
So Uru is a magical metal found in the Marvel Universe, primarily used by the Asgardians. For example, Thor's hammer Mjolnir is made of Uru, which is metal forged from a dying star. So we can imagine how powerful that might be. Beta Ray Bill's hammer is similarly forged in the same manner. So you can see in this awakening skill, his worthiness and his origin is represented by the fact that Odin has bestowed upon him Stormbreaker and comes in to assist along with his brother-in-arms, Thor.
Yeah.
So that's right. So for the awakening skill, of course, the Might of Uru, as common with other awakening skills, there's always multiple guest appearances that show up. In this case, as you can see.
So in this one, we see him joined by a guest, his best friend, Thor. That is not canon. That's my presumption that they're best friends.
So for the skill, as you just see, Thor actually does make a guest appearance, and then just as you think the force of lightning between those two isn't enough, Odin actually shows up, and then of course no one stands a chance because then their combined electricity and energy just takes down everybody within the area.
Nice lightning team.
So you're absolutely right, Kim. Thor and Beta Ray Bill are the absolute best buds. You could call them the Cosmic Bros, if you will.
I love it.
It looks like in this skill, they actually slam their hammers together, generating enough electric force to shock everybody in the vicinity. And then Odin comes in for the final blow. So if that wasn't enough, you got the Allfather coming in to back you up. Who else do you need?
The power of friendship and lightning and Uru and worthiness.
For the recommended dev skill rotation, they recommend using skills 3, 5, and 4. Once again, the skills are skills 3, 5, and 4. The reason being is because they want you to open up with his 3rd skill and then link it with skills 4 and 5, which can actually be canceled so that you can gather all the enemies down in one place so that after you have everybody grouped together, you can take them all out.
Very good. I'm a fan of this. I like watching this. I guess we should do something else though besides watch this, right?
Of course. And of course, that does it for all the new characters. Of course, now next up we have uniforms.
Yeah. So let's go take a look at that.
All right, so as you can see in our list here, we have, of course, new uniforms to present for other people. The two being the most notable, which we know all our fans have been waiting for. They've been asking for in the community for such a long time. We're glad to announce Cosmic Ghost Rider. Michael, what for those?
Looks so good. Michael, I'm psyched. I think you are too. Let us know.
Yeah, I think your teams at Netmarble did an outstanding job bringing this character to life. And as you know, this is a fan favorite character. And funny enough, it's a uniform for Punisher. I mean, a character that hasn't really gotten a uniform in a long time. And we're glad to bring such a really cool looking uniform to Punisher this time around. And fans of the comic will remember that, not to spoil it or anything, but yes, the Punisher does first become a Ghost Rider, then the right hand of Galactus, Cosmic Herald. So you can think of this character as 3 characters in one. He's got guns, he's got the power Cosmic, and he's got Hellfire from the Mephisto. So
I love looking at this animation of the flames and all of it. I keep getting distracted.
Right. And as intrepid comic readers and Marvel Future Fight fans will know that Cosmic Ghost Rider, aka Frank Castle, comes from an alternate timeline. Thanos took over the entire galaxy, and lo and behold, the Punisher was still the last man standing out of everybody in the universe. How did he do it? Well, check out Thanos Wins to find out.
That's a good choice because it's hard to imagine on our own, or at least on my own. I can't speak for everybody. I love this motorcycle that we're seeing in the shot too.
Yeah, the dev team did a great job of bringing everything that makes all three characters who they are to this one character. So if it's Ghost Rider, he has to have a vehicle, he has to have his motorcycle, he has to have chains. If he's Punisher, he's got to have the skull in his chest, and then he, of course, in one of his skills, you'll see he's got guns because the Punisher always comes back in heat. And then, as a Herald of Galactus, you can see that his bike is infused with cosmic energy, and whenever he attacks, you'll see that the power cosmic oozes through all his animations.
I love it. You know, sometimes they say less is more, but I think more is more.
This character is the definition of overkill, if you will.
I'm into it. Let's see what he can do. I'm psyched.
Right. So for, as you mentioned, this uniform is exclusively for Punisher. And because it's in the uniform, this skill, and because it's just such a unique take on Punisher, this skill actually, of course, has 5 different unique skills. As far as the dev's recommendation for using the character, they recommend opening up with his third skill. The third skill, of course, being, of course, it provides a buff, which will also increase your overall abilities. And also, they also recommend using his second and fifth skill. The reason being is because both those skills can actually be canceled. So they recommend actually being able to, because of the cancelability, you can be able to alternate between different skills. So that's a little cliff note from the devs. Let's go ahead and take a look in game.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he's running around on foot for now. We're going to take a look at his first skill, which is referred to as the Cosmic Revenge.
Nice chain action.
For Cosmic Revenge, of course, he opens up by slicing you with his chains, and then from the sky, a bit of a cosmic blast. For skill number 2, we have the Furious Lava Lash.
Whoa. Whoa.
So in addition to chains, unlike the skill before, there's a bit of lava, and you can see a little bit of burning damage going on.
There's a lot going on.
So for skill number 3, you have the Hell Chain Wave. So for the Hell Chain Wave, it's pretty similar to the skill beforehand. It's just a lot more chains, and of course a lot more flames.
That chain's fast.
For skill number 4, we have the Power Cosmic Pulse.
I'm glad Michael told us about all these different things going on, because now I know what's going on. Because these skills are also, they're utilizing different elements as opposed to, variants on the same one.
Yeah. So as you can see, when he versus its attack, he actually just puts his hands together and then pretty much blasts the enemy. So Michael, what can you tell us about the energy that he's blasting at his foes?
So you might recognize that same energy signature from the Silver Surfer himself. Now, they were both imbued with the power cosmic through Galactus. So this is actually the same exact beam that Norrin Rad would shoot.
Oh, it's always good to see a callback to different characters, especially through just the minuscule things such as the visuals of their attacks. That sort of thing. This stuff like that, we're sure the fans will actually appreciate.
Right, and you can see in his skills when he hits the ground with his chains, not only does lava and brimstone and fire come out of the ground, but cosmic energy too. So you could see that it's combining everything about this character. All of his attacks are a mix and match of every single one of his powers, which are very, very numerous.
It's always good to see variety in our characters. So for the 5th skill, we have the Hell Cycle Shockwave. By just having the name Hell Cycle in there, we're pretty sure you know what to expect.
Whoa! Do I? Whoa!
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Wow. That's the first time I saw that.
Whoa, I like this.
Summons his Hell Cycle. And then if that wasn't enough, is his Hell Cycle actually being thrown into the ground, which is causing that explosion?
Yeah, so he summons his motorcycle from the ground, like from hell.
Okay.
So his bike comes out of the ground, and then he gets on the bike, and then he shoots everybody in the center with his guns. And then he's also spinning the chain like a lasso. And then he crashes the bike into the ground, and the bike melts into the ground like it's going back to hell.
This man is a king multitasker.
Thanks for that explanation, Michael. So once again, for the recommended dev skill rotations, they have listed down 3, 2, 5, and 4. Of course, using skill 3 to use that buff to increase your overall abilities, but also going back to what I said earlier with regards to skills 2 and 5, which are you are able to cancel, and then they want you to conclude with skills 4 because of the cosmic, the power cosmic pulse.
Let's move on to our other uniform.
So what makes this uniform special is that it's not only a uniform for this character, there's a little bit more of a bonus, but we'll go into that in just a moment. So of course we have a new uniform because you can't have a Guardians of the Galaxy update without, of course, Star-Lord, the famous leader we all know and love. So let's take a look at his uniform. So this uniform currently has 5 skills, but before we go into the skills, because I'm jumping ahead of myself, Michael, what can you tell us about Star-Lord in this uniform?
So this uniform is actually from the run where the Guardians were grounded on Earth, meaning they were stranded on Earth and they actually couldn't return to the galaxy and fly around. So you can see that this new armor is kind of a little bit more skin tight. He doesn't have like a flappy material, so it allows him to kind of jump around and be a little bit more acrobatic when he's not in that huge trench coat that you normally see him in. And as a lot of Marvel Future Fight fans already know, in the comics, Star-Lord actually has these things called the element guns. And a lot of the new skills you're seeing are going to utilize the different elements that Star-Lord can shoot from his guns. So think water, fire, ice, lightning. So it's more than just the plasma you regularly see.
That is cool. Well, now I know what to look for. All right, Cage.
And as far as what the devs recommend, the devs special note here is that they say that his 5th skill, actually, of course, like the other skills, grant you a buff to further increase your overall damage and skill effects. But the reason being that we also want you to open up with skill 5 and then follow it with 3, which will create a damage reduction effect, and then end it with 4, which actually will increase your will create a higher damage rate. So that's just a little like that is just a special little clip note from the devs. Let's go ahead and see the skills themselves in action. So we're gonna take a look at Star-Lord. As you can see here, he's already set to go. Very charismatic. And you can see his first skill, which is the grenade gamble. So that attack, he just throws a whole bunch of grenades, and I think he actually shoots the grenades afterwards. Does he? Oh, he actually does. Yes, he actually throws the grenades, and they actually explode atop their enemies, dealing energy damage.
Right. We have to remember here that Star-Lord is one of the galaxy's greatest marksmen, so he can throw a bunch of grenades in the air and hit them with pinpoint accuracy.
Nice.
So when it comes to this uniform for Star-Lord has a lot of very appealing visual effects that go on to his skill. So for his second skill, which is referred to as the recoil rebound, Michael, what can you tell us what you're seeing?
Right, so we all know Star-Lord likes to dance and style on his enemies, which is actually his real superpower. So in this attack, he shoots people with his gun, throws it back, and then kicks it, almost like a hacky sack, catches it in midair, and then blasts you with it. So he's kind of doing this dance move while he's fighting, that's pretty acrobatic to me.
This guy.
For skill number 3, we have the shock shot. So for this attack, if you pay close attention to what's happening on screen, you can see he uses his elemental gun to fire a trail of water. If you can see, the water actually goes beneath the enemy's feet, and then follows it up with an electric elemental attack, which hence leads to the shock shot.
Nice.
Next up, we have skill number 4, which makes further use for the elemental guns. It is the elemental storm.
I like the different usage of his elemental guns.
So for the elemental storm attack, we pay very close attention. In addition to firing at enemies with his energy attacks, he then follows it up with attacks such as earth and fire, as you can see there. So next is the fifth but not final skill, which is the Starship Sweeper. So Michael, what can you tell us about this attack?
So as you can see from the video, that Star-Lord fires a gun up in the air, signaling his trusty spaceship to come down and rain fire upon his enemies. But if that's not enough, little Groot joins the battle so they can have a little kind of fun dance-off while everybody's getting hit by the ship's hot plasma.
He's so cute. He's helping. Aww.
I think he's just adding to the style factor. That's more than you can ask for Groot.
I love him.
So for the recommended dev skill rotation, they recommend using skills 5, canceling, and then transitioning to skills 3 and 4. once again, use skills 5, then cancel, and then move on to skills 3 and 4. The reason being is because 5 grants you a pretty significant buff. And of course, as you can see, it's also visually just looks a lot cooler. So after getting that buff and doing all that damage, you can then cancel and then just use any of the other skills to follow it up.
Yes.
And that does it for skills 5.
You did mention that's not the last skill.
Of course, that's right. It was the last but not final skill because Star-Lord is going to be, that's right, for those of you who saw the teaser, he is going to be granted T3. So for this 5th and final skill, Michael, of course, since you did a great job explaining the other skills, I'm going to have you actually explain the last skill, and that is for his T3 ability, which is referred to as the Guardians United. So Michael, what can you tell us about this attack?
Right. So like you said, this one's called Guardians United, and he's summoning all of his trusty allies to aid in this attack while he does sweet dance moves across the battlefield. But he's not just sitting there letting other people do the work. While he's dancing, he's going to be blasting enemies himself. So you can see cameos from, let's see, Yondu, Drax,
Groot, Big Groot.
Nova
Big
there.
Groot,
Nova.
yep, Rocket, and Gamora. And what's really funny, my favorite part about the skill is that Groot is just a carousel where he's just swinging Gamora and Drax around and around while they cut enemies down to size.
It's just a giant dance party of death.
There's the words dance and disco, just so you know. I see, looks like there's a cassette tape that some people might know of.
It's a high hit counter too.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, that does it for all the abilities. So we've gone over the new characters and the new uniforms. But of course, there is more to go over.
So a lot of this update is based on a very particular comic run, which I mentioned earlier that I'm excited to talk about because when we were working on this stream, part of my job was to research. And that meant I got to read Marvel Comics all day, which was fun for me, and I think will be fun for all of you as well. In particular, this is based on Volume 1 of The Guardians of the Galaxy, written by Donny Cates with art by Jeff Shaw. It's available now. You should definitely check it out. I know you had a lot of fun with that one as well, Michael.
Right. That's some of my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy content right there. And for the Marvel Future Fight fans, if you want to know more about your favorite characters from the game and learn about their origins in the comics, head over to marvel.com and read our Marvel Games Comic Connection, written by our very own creative director, Bill Roseman. He breaks down exactly where this run came from, and you'll find links to those comics on Marvel Unlimited.
Awesome. And then there's other comics involved as well, right?
But yeah, if you do want to check out more of like what inspired this whole update, check out Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Thanos Wins, and then Cosmic Ghost Rider's own solo series, where he comes to our very own Prime Marvel Universe. Again,
be sure to check out marvel.com for the article that Michael mentioned, and we will be including a link at least in our live stream highlights. All right, well, that was awesome. Michael, thank you so much for dropping by and dropping some impressive Marvel Comics knowledge, talking about comics with us. Is there anything you want us to know or think about before you go?
I just wanted to thank you, Kim and Cage, for having me on stream. It's always a pleasure when any of us at Marvel can come on the Marvel Future Fight live stream and share in the fandom of the awesome work that you and your teams do at Netmarble and bringing us this awesome Guardians of the Galaxy update. So thank you so much. I just want to thank the fans. And again, if you wanted to know more about your favorite characters in Marvel Future Fight, head over to marvel.com and you'll see all the links to all your favorite comics that inspired this very update.
Well, thank you, Michael. The pleasure is ours. Thank you so much for dropping by. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, thank you, Michael, for joining us. We are certainly glad you were able to be here. And not only that, we're certain the fans love and enjoy your take and especially your commentary on the different skills and attacks, because again, all knowledge Marvel related, our fans love it, they eat it up. So thank you again for sharing all your knowledge.
Thanks so much, Cage, Kim. And you know, wait, I just had one more thought, and I think the Marvel Future Fight fans would really love to know that.
So, you found yourself locked up in a planet-wide quarantine? Well, I know the times may seem tough, but the question is, what are you going to do to make the best of it? Hi, folks. I'm Galaxy Defender, Cosmic Cage, and I'm here to provide you with some helpful advice. Now, during my heralding adventures, I've seen my fair share of bugs and infections. So stay safe and protect those around you by staying a safe distance of at least 6 parsecs between yourself and those around you. Trust me, they'll thank you for it. Whoa, hold on there, buddy. Where do you think you're going? Planning on going on some epic quest? You know, slay some villain? Get some bread at your local supermarket? Well, on that get up you're not. Remember to protect yourself and others by staying equipped at all times. By wearing facial protection, you'll protect yourself and your loved ones from bringing your infections home. Now, being locked inside doesn't mean you should just lie around. Think about it. As you're lying there, not making complete use of your skills, someone else is out there, getting stronger. Stronger than you. So take advantage of the time you have today by training your skills in Marvel Future Fight. You'll thank me later. The bigger the multiverse, the bigger the threats. And trust me, there are some ugly ones out there. Take these guys, for example. Now, they may seem dull and harmless, but trust me, they are very, very dangerous. Well, most of them anyway. The important thing is to stay safe. So if you see something, say something. So remember, agents, be safe, be a hero, protect others. And if you see something, say something. And that's all I have to teach for you today. I now return you back to your normally scheduled stream. Cringy Cage, back to you.
Hey, don't call him that. Only I and some other people from Earth can call him Cringy Cage. Back to you, regular Cage.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna go transition to epic quests.
Okay, I mentioned it before, but this update has a brand new epic quest, and as soon as you start playing it, you unlock one of the awesome new characters, the one I was excited about a lot earlier with Michael. It's Beta Ray Bill.
That's right. We definitely hope many players will be looking forward to playing Beta Ray Bill, but that's just one of the many things that will be featured in the epic quest. Of course, players will be going down to this epic quest featuring a variety of missions, while also meeting iconic characters along the way, such as Phyla-Vell, Nova, Nebula, Darkhawk, Silver Surfer, and a variety of a lot more characters. And of course, as you mentioned, similar to Wolverine in a past epic quest, players will be able to look forward to building up Beta Ray Bill. And for those players wondering what's going to be happening with the deluxe package, with that, players can actually get more biometrics for Nova. So players are looking forward to that and a whole lot more as well.
I mean, speaking of a lot more, I really hope people who are fans of Marvel and the comics get into this one. We don't want to spoil it right now because it's fun. It's definitely worth you seeing it for the first time for yourself, because there's a lot of really fun and witty dialogue writing from Marvel in this.
Yeah, I remember speaking with the localization team and the writers, and they had a lot of fun just being creative and just being able to work with the dialogue and just the overall writing process. So we hope players are looking forward to not just the gameplay, but also the general story and just the writing, because the whole process was just a whole lot of fun. So we definitely look forward to players' reactions to this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that myself. But we have something else that is a little bit new and interesting that I wanted to bring to you all today. We all know that Marvel Future Fight, we put out different videos and different teasers leading up to each live stream, which you are now watching. You no doubt saw the ones for this live stream, and there's been a lot of good feedback on it, and I'm really glad to see that, because the team works really hard, and 2 members of that team who you may have noticed in the 5th anniversary video are, as you may guess, huge fans of Marvel Future Fight, and they play it, I think, daily. These are probably 2 of the best players in the whole office, and that is Justin McFarland and Noah Cooper. And we're challenging them today. We want to see more from them. We want to see more from their faces on top of their work. So we're challenging them today to do a run, and that is to do World Boss Ultimate with no strikers, focusing on new characters, and they only have a few minutes to put together their builds. Because this is a challenge, we don't want you sitting there and strategizing. We want to see if they can get through this gameplay challenge with this very specific, tight parameter. That's what makes it a challenge.
These two are usually like fun to watch in the office in general. So watching these two react to one another as they complete this challenge will definitely be fun to see.
Yeah, I want to see maybe one of them will pass, maybe one won't. Maybe they'll both fail. Maybe they'll both win. Let's take a look.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks, Cage and Kim. I am Noah. I'm the video production lead over at Netmarble.
I'm Justin. I'm the creative designer over at Netmarble, working on Future Fight.
Yeah, and we're here to try to do a new segment for you guys for the stream that we're calling challenge runs. We're challenging each other to test out these new characters for the first time in some gameplay content. Keep in mind, please, that we are on test builds that are a couple versions out from what you guys will get in the live build. So things are still a little rough. We're not entirely sure what all of the skills do yet.
I've never looked at any of these characters yet. This could be bad.
Yes. And part of the challenge is we're going to give ourselves a time limit to actually set up these accounts. So we'll be slapping together a real fast comic card setup. We'll be doing ISO 8 sets and hope that RNGesus is with us. And yeah, we've got some CTPs to throw on there, but honestly, like, I don't even know what kind of damage these characters are doing, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. Okay, so we are about to do our setup for comic cards and our quick character builds.
3, 2, 1, start.
No, it's not enough time at all. I have no
You messed
CTPs. What
up.
about CTPs? You do that?
I got all CTPs.
All right, going into our first challenge, trying to clear Proxima Midnight at stage 9 with our quick builds.
Yep, no strikers.
I bet it is. We're gonna die.
You didn't tell me it was gonna be difficult, man. I'm here just to look good on a stream, just to be like, haha, hey everybody, here's your champ. Like it's stomped, it's terrible.
Pro strats with the, oh my god, his fourth skill is so cool.
I don't even know his moves.
I don't know either.
I don't know skill rotations. I'm not doing nearly as much damage as I was hoping.
You're not doing the pro skill rotations?
I don't know what they are. I'm not
We're
cheating like
Alex. We're Cynic Alex when you need him.
You rely on him too much.
Yeah. Darkhawk just died.
Bring out the chains. Bring out the chains.
Oh god. See, this is what happens when you don't have builds. Got no ISO 8s on these guys, no CTP, no custom gear at all.
Oh!
What's that?
Ghost Rider's cool, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but he's dead. Okay.
That's not... Choose
The Gladiator 5th skill is pretty cool.
Oh god, I'm dead. That's
You're
it.
dead? What's your health bar at? How far did you make it?
I think she had like 9 bars left.
9?
Dude, no
You
build.
might still win, man. No,
Really?
I have 13 left. If we could somehow immediately add a resurrect feature to Nova, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because
deliver
I'm
that
not
message
doing
to the devs.
any damage. I'm really just stalling right now. All right, I'm done.
Oh,
I
man.
did so bad. I should have stuck to Gladiator.
Let's try something maybe a little easier. Ebony, I think, is my favorite world boss to go against. Because I think I have his patterns down.
Yeah, I mean, I had a Psylocke built up pretty early on in this game that she was my go-to, so it was like go up against Ebony. That mind elemental, all the same.
Oh my god, yeah, he's melting. Shoot,
We're doing race on time. Race on time,
Yeah.
man.
Okay. So I'm just using the, going for it. Come on. Oh my god.
I mistimed my awakened skill. I think it was right before he. Oh, I got cocky
Yeah.
on the damage. Oh no, he died. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm just gonna mash through it. It's gonna be fine.
Ghost
Lord
Rider,
and
go
Savior
crazy.
Star Lord, done. Time.
No! Oh my god, I switched because I was afraid that he was gonna die.
Star-Lord
Damn.
coming in clutch.
Oh man. Oh, this damage is nice though. He is melting him.
Ooh,
Oh,
no
yeah,
CCF on that one.
That was like too easy. That was almost too easy.
I mean, you're saying it's too easy, but you lost. So
Yeah, that's because I made mistakes.
man, how easy. I let Beta Ray die.
Well, that was pretty quick. So we're gonna try one more challenge run. We'll do Cull Obsidian at stage 5. Again, we have no resist or any level, conquer level or anything like that.
Which side's my good side?
Both.
Go straight on then. No, that's not working. All right.
All right, here we go. You don't scare me. Oh,
I'm
God.
scared.
I am too. All right.
Okay, all right.
Is looking similar, but
Okay.
cooler. Damage is okay. Shoot. I'm just face tanking everything. Oh, it's not working. Switch. So weak.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
uh-oh.
Okay. Phyla-Vell got some.
Okay.
Hey. Shoot.
Nova's all about the theatrics, man. He's here to put on a show.
I didn't get to use Nova, and I was really hoping to. His skills look really cool, I think.
Oh no, he's flashy, man. Yeah.
What can't he do?
Win this quickly.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I'm at the mid cutscene.
Oh no, you're definitely winning.
All right, I might. Oh, I mean, this is gonna take forever trying to dodge this, or wait for him to cool it. I'm not even gonna try.
Oh god, he doesn't have invincibility in his fifth skill. What is that? Oh no. Phyla-Vell has a heal, at least.
Okay, it sounds like you're losing. I was gonna switch to Phyla because I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on. But
Oh my god.
if it's not working for you, it's
Invincibility on 2.
what's the big finale? The big finale, Nova.
No.
Oh, are those the corpse? What are we doing here?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I can't switch.
Oh, oh,
Ugh.
oh. Something bad happened, Noah. Something bad happened, Noah.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord and Savior Darkhawk. Time.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, you destroyed me. I had no chance. I'm still going.
Oh man, dude, I was on the last like half, and all of a sudden Nova died, and then finally got one hit. Oh,
Nova was a good choice.
no ISO sets though. Only Starlight had an ISO set on him.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, I think I'm just gonna have to. I'm just gonna die because I lost already.
Oh, go on, keep losing. Don't let me stand in your way.
I do love the beginning. The fifth skill on Darkhawk is pretty damn cool.
That's what won it for me at the end.
Really?
Yeah, that's. He went out and just mashed, and that's all we had. That's all he had left. That's all the steam.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. It's done so. All right. Well, congratulations, Justin. Solid victories.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel
Looking
good about
forward.
beating you. Like that's great. Like it's nice to see you, but it's even nicer to like beat you.
Yeah, I
So.
expected you to say as much. Guess what? Coming for you next time.
We'll see. Maybe we'll get dropped.
Yeah, if there ever is a next time.
I
Actually,
can already see the chat on the side, dude. Be like, "Ooh, these clowns."
yeah.
We won't see you guys again. Sorry,
Bye forever.
but if we do, thank you.
Yeah. And let us know, though, seriously, like, if you want to see more challenge runs, if you want to see, you know,
I want to see them try to do this.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
somehow.
put your money where your mouth
ranks.
is, chat, on the side. Like, oh, this is so easy. Couldn't beat level 5. You do it. Jeez.
Exactly. Just empty your
Attitude
account.
on these guys.
Start a new account,
Yeah.
free to play.
Start everybody over. Ask Diana nicely to put a few characters in there, and you're good.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh.
anyway,
Throw it back to Cage and Kim.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
They're better at this than we are.
Definitely.
Congratulations to Justin, who totally aced that challenge, and to Noah, who is also nice, and we like him as a person. Just kidding. Also a very valiant job
Just
as
kidding.
well. No, I mean, he's also a good player. You don't have to win every challenge.
I still supported you, I believe in you.
All right, well, that is all we have for this week, and it was a lot. We went through all these new characters, including Beta Ray Bill, Phyla-Vell, Nova, Richard Rider, Gladiator, Darkhawk, new uniforms for Star-Lord, and we have Cosmic Ghost Rider uniform for Punisher. We also talked a lot about the characters with our friend from Marvel, Michael Francisco. So thank you so much for joining us, Michael. We went over the comic background for this, and we checked out the new Epic Quest, and we were interrupted by some weird guy. So I had a great time. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks for joining as well, Cage.
Of course, always happy to be here. So just remember, agents, to keep an eye out on our Facebook page and, of course, the Marvel Future Fight official forum, where you can be up to date on all the latest information.
All right, everyone. Take care, and we will see you next time.
So long, agents.
Goodbye, agents.